What's up, love it? Boom, boom. So, uh, be careful. And okay, so how to say? Okay, so we got two ears, right, and one mouth. Okay, there's a reason for that, right? God speaks to through His creation nonstop. Okay, and that's one way. The fact that He gave us two ears and one mouth, right, means that we should listen twice as much as we speak, right? So, beloved, somebody is trying to get you to believe something that isn't true. All right? And if you listen, just listen attentively, right? You'll hear the lie. You'll hear it. Okay? Most of the times they make it so obvious, right? Because they count on you being more in your emotions than your logic, right? So, I'll give you an example, okay? The last person that I was supposed to be with, right? We're going through this little courting phase or whatever, right? And so they invited me to a Washington Huskies football game, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Let's do that, right? And so looking forward to it all week, right? Mind you, this was a plot of theirs the whole time. Okay? Building my anticipation up, right? Getting my excitement up, right? Imagining how it would be, right? Imagining just how it would feel. You know what I'm saying? This is the mind of a narcissist. Okay? They want to build you up to crush you, break you down. Okay? So, and I was. Absolutely was, right? That's what the average person would do. You know? I mean, not the average person, but you know what I mean, right? And something told me 2 days before. It was the Holy Spirit that told me, 222 on my timer. Holy Spirit told me 2 days before that that wasn't going to happen, right? That they were going to say they were going to either not pick up or they were going to change the plans, right? So at the time when I heard that, I was just like, no, maybe I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt, right? And so Saturday comes, okay? I don't hear from them at all, right? Until about 2 o'clock. We were supposed to be there at 11 a.m. in the morning. I don't hear from them till 2 o'clock, right? I didn't say anything to them the whole day until 2 o'clock, okay? Because I wanted to see what they were going to do, right? Were they going to do what I thought they were going to do? And they did, right? So this person tells me, right? Well, they send me a e-ticket, I guess. They claimed it to be an e-ticket, all right? But I'm not stupid. Okay. Um, so when I talk to them, they're like, I'm like, what happened? You know, why? What happened? And they were like, well, uh, oh, whoa, no. What they told me was, they was like, well, I don't think this before 11 o'clock. I remember before 11 o'clock came. They're like, well, I don't think I'm not gonna be able to go or whatever because my daughter or whatever, my auntie not gonna watch her no more after he just said his auntie was gonna watch her, right? I'm like, okay, all right. So, like I said, we were in the courting phase, and I'm like, there's not much that I know about this person, right? I'm thinking to myself, right? So you know how you go on Facebook, people's Facebook, and you check their scenery, and you trying to see what type of person they are, right? And I see a picture of them at the Washington Huskies game. I'm looking at the time and the date. I'm like, huh? They said they couldn't go to the game. Okay, right? So I'm like, okay, I see what type of person this is. He's a narcissist. Okay, right? And I only throw out that word narcissist when I am absolutely and completely sure that people are narcissists. Okay? More times than not, those are the only people that come towards chosen ones. Period. That's the paradigm. Okay? Empath, narcissist, right? And so they sent me an e-ticket or whatever, right? And they was like, well, you can still go, right? As if I'm gonna go to a game we were supposed to go to together by myself. Who does that? Yeah. Anyway, that was the first stupid thing. Well, the third stupid thing they said. And one thing about me, I'm not gonna show my hand, right? Even if I know you're lying, I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm still gonna be still sweet to you. I'm still gonna be how I am to you, right? Until the boat starts to what's it, capsize, right? And when they think I should be hurt, I'm not. You know, not saying that I wasn't, okay? Because I was. 5 4 3 on my timer, right? Some things that happened that did break my heart, right? But it transformed me, is what it did. These people think that the hurt they cause to us is going to debilitate us, but it transforms us. And we evolve past these people, right? So they are no longer an option. You get what I'm saying? So this person was like, oh, I was afraid my baby mama was gonna show up and start tripping and woo woo woo. And then he was it was like, and she did. I'm like, okay. This is what I mean by listening to what people say. Because how can your baby mama show up at a college game? Okay? D1 at that. D2. What's Division 2 or Division 1 of Washington Huskies? I think D1. But how is your baby mom gonna show up at a college game without a ticket and come in there and, you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense at all. Right? That's what I mean by they depend on you leaning more towards your emotional side and leaving out the logic. Right? They expect you to be unbalanced in your emotion and in your logic. Right? That's why it's important to be balanced in both. Even temperament. Okay? So and when you're balanced, you can go in and out of either or when you need to, right? Whichever one the situation calls for. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, all right. Now in my mind, I'm like, okay, I've seen this person before. This it's a different person, but it's the same spirit slash spirits, okay, that are hopping in these vessels, sending them towards me, okay? And it persisted, right? The lies, the cheap the cheap manipulation. I call it cheap manipulation because it was lazy, right? It was lazy, okay? Didn't even try. So right then and there, I can tell that somebody put them up to it. I can tell that somebody put them up to it because them being lazy in their manipulation meant that they had a mode of cockiness, a mode of arrogance about them, right? Like they thought they had it in the bag, okay? I smelt a stench on them, a spiritual stench of my other ex. That's what I smelt on them, spiritually, okay? Because when I was realizing this, my thoughts went back to the ex that went and got with my mother, right? When I was engaged to, well, fake engaged, I guess. And I was like, oh, they know each other. Oh, okay, of course they do, right? Then found out that this baby mama and this person, right? This person had me in a third party, unawares to me, okay? Basically forced me to be in a third party, right? Because I asked, hey, are you married? Are you in a relationship? No, 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 we're in a relationship. No, no, we just take, co-parent. All right. What will piss me off above anything else is somebody lying to me and forcing me to be in a third party. I do not share. I do not share. Not what's supposed to be mine alone, right? Not mine as in a possession, but you get what I'm saying. If a person is my person, I do not share. I'm a selfish. Okay? That'll never happen. And if it did or does, that's it for that person. And I'm gone, right? One thing I do not have a problem with is cutting people off. My cutoff game is ice cold. 10-10 on my timer. Ice cold. I can do it at the drop of a hat. Okay? And so, when I found out early on that, oh, they're in cahoots, they know each other, right? Which means this person probably slept with my mother too. This person probably slept with my sister too, right? My sister was probably used, okay, to come in, okay, persuade him, put illusions all over in front of their face, right? Hurry up and sleep with them, get pregnant, and do all this in the same story, different day, right? And that's exactly what happened. Right now, I don't know if it was my sister, right? But maybe because I know how my family is. They're some pretty twisted, disgusting people, right? That's why I don't deal with them. Never really have really like that, right? The family functions I did go to, was just really it was just to see my grandma, right? Because I took care of my grandma, checked on my grandma a lot, and even though I live way out where I live at, right? Not knowing she was a part of this too. But anyway, I digress. So I let this whole thing ride out, right? And the reason that I let it ride out is because I'm learning, right? I'm sharpening myself in between, right? Just like the last person, right? I know that every experience that I go through is a learning experience, right? It's a learning process. So I want to get everything that I can get out of this, right? So I let it persist, okay? I still helped the person out when they needed help, okay? And when I did cut them off, right, they got mad. Yeah, they got mad because that wasn't a part of the plan. That wasn't supposed to happen according to them, right? 12:22 on the timer. So they were a hireling. Look, I just looked up and saw that word. A hireling. That's exactly what they were. So I'm going through this process. I'm learning, right? I'm capitalizing on the things that I've learned in the last season, right? I'm sharpening. I'm sharpening the things I learned from last season, right? So it's precise, right? It's deliberate, straight to the point, right? So in the following seasons that are ahead of me, call it like that, right? Don't even have to go through the process, through a what's it called? Through a cycle, right? And so this person gets mad because their help is cut off, which is me, right? So they gather their baby mama, one of my other exes, my mom, sister, and everybody else that was involved in a little coven, okay? And they do some spell work to try to stop my money flow, right? To try to make me homeless, right? And the whole time they were doing this, they had no idea that I knew that they were doing this. As a matter of fact, I knew that they were going to do this, right? So they did that, right? And they would pop in and out every once in a while to check in, to see if anything was happening, to see if the spell work was working, right? They would ask me for money, right? Hey, can you send me money? Me and my daughter need an Uber to the hospital. Hey, that's not my problem, right? I mean, I checked everything at this point, okay? Cause cover's blown, right? So why am I gonna, be sweet to you anymore like I was? I'm not. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. I'm gonna tell you that I see you, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen if you keep disrespecting me, right? Not being cocky, not being arrogant, right? But just truthful. That's what it is. That's what it was, right? Because I've never been that way to you. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason you should be that way to me. 1444 on my timer, right? So I'm like, you got the nerve to ask me for anything when you should be apologizing to me? The first thing should come that should come out of your mouth when you even contact me is a apology, okay? Is a admittance of what you did, what you tried to do, okay? And ask for forgiveness, right? Even though I forgave you already, right? That didn't happen. 15 on my timer, okay? This person got mad because I told him no, right? Then they started doing all of this. And then I told them about themselves and how they were not going to talk to me, how they were not going to treat me. And if they did again, what was going to happen? And so they said a whole bunch of messed up things. I didn't even read, to be totally honest with you. I didn't read anything past the first line of what they said. I just deleted it. But I saw F everything, F you and everything that you stand for. That part I did see. I did see. And after I saw that, I prophesied that what would happen. Okay? That their money would dry up. Okay? That they wouldn't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. Okay? That they would have no options of these people they like to hop around and go to and use and abuse. Okay? 16 on the timer, right? And that they would lose everything. That they would lose everything. Right? From their thievery, from their stealing, killing, and destroying, and not caring about it. Taking joy in causing pain to others. Right? And that was the last time I talked to them. Right? Went on by my life. Okay? And it happened almost instantly. It happened almost instantly, right? Gradual process, but it happened instantly. Okay? So this person wanted me to feel like they wanted me to feel like they got over on me. They wanted me to feel like they chose someone over me, which they did. They wanted me to feel all of these horrible emotions, these horrible feelings, right? Basically saying like, like a toddler. Ha ha. That's what they wanted, right? But it seems to be that, it seems to be that it's the other way around. And things are falling just as I said they would. Right? And that was the text that I got, last week that I told you guys about, talking about I need $15 to buy my daughter some milk. No, they didn't. They just wanted to check my temperature. They just wanted to check and see if what they were doing was working at all. You got me? Okay, so pay attention. I know that story was long, but I just needed to say every little bit of that. Pay attention to what people say to you, beloved, because they expect you to operate out of your emotions. 18 on timer. They expect you to operate out of your emotions and not your logic. Right? That's why it's important for your emotions, your logic to be balanced. That is your feminine energy and your masculine energy. Emotions, feminine, masculine, mental. Okay? They must be balanced at all times. All right? So take that, put it in your knapsack. All right? Put it in you. Yeah. All right? Take it out. Look at it when you need it, Okay? Study it. Get it in there and perfect it. All right? All right. I love y'all, beloved. I'll holler at y'all later, beloved. Peace.